What's up, family? This is your man, not your boy, Go Black to Africa. I want to say greetings to each and every one of you all who are out there, maybe just waking up there on the Western world, or if you're in the continent. Peace and blessings to each and every one of you all. I would love to hear where you all are from right now, where are you currently right now, so I can give a shout out to you all and give acknowledgement that we are scattered across the globe. We are a people that are way far from home, and guess what? People are hearing the voice and people are coming back to the motherland. And also, let me put in here too that Israel considered the northeast of Africa because they tried to go ahead and split the Red Sea or divide up and create dams or whatever it is that they want to try to separate a landmass from the rest of the continent. Africa is Africa. And so, yeah, let's give a shout out to you all who are coming in. Shalom, peace, love, hello, all that to each and every one of you all. Let me know where you all are living or where you currently are right now. Taja, was it Taja? Taja. Good, good. It's good AM from Philly. Okay. We got Philly in the house. We got Jackson, Tennessee in the house. We got Seattle, Washington, originally from Georgia. Okay, all right, free. All right, y'all. What time is it out there? I know y'all about what 7 hours behind where I am. East Coast is 4 hours. So you up and about. Who else we got up in here? Shalom, Prince, Omanya from Israel. What's happening? Right from the continent thereof. All right, Sonia Campbell is from New York. We got Star Love, Chicago and Florida. The Apostle Curtis Lewis, aka SEM, FOY, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. All right, we got the V Voody B from ATL, Atlanta, Georgia. C Rich, good morning to you too as well. You from Connecticut. Don Monique Bell, shalom to you, Long Beach, California. We got Music Passion World. Good morning from North Kakalaki, the Carolinas. Okay, it's 4:38 a.m. in Seattle, Washington. Thank you very much. All right, Asha Mwamba. Okay, from Fayetteville, North Carolina. Now, y'all got to excuse me because you know what? We have been cursed in a sense with our tongue, only speaking one language coming from America. Why is it everybody in Africa and most of these countries speak 4-5 languages? And we call Africa uneducated? Anyway, David Deck from Botswana in the house. Okay, you in Botswana right now? All right, cool. All right. I enjoyed Botswana when I was there. Kimberly C, Santa Monica, California. Jacob Anum, you are coming from Ghana. All right. Hey, Jacob, holla at me, man. You got some things interesting for me to see while I'm in Ghana? Some interesting people or something like that? Reach out to me at goblacktoafrica@gmail.com. All right. We have Shalom to Tula. All right. From Belgium. We got Belgium. Okay, I guess you're living in Belgium. Black Conda from Belgium. Bryn Law. Hey, let me say something about Belgium. Now, there are Belgians are moving to Tanzania by the droves. I just did a video of this Belgian. He turned Muslim, said that he wasn't being shown love by his own people. He came to Africa and said he loves it. There's predominantly Muslim faith there too in Tanzania. Good morning from Virginia. Brain Law says, all right, y'all. Zeke is from Carthage, Mississippi. Stephen Pickett from Baltimore, Maryland. Britain coming in the house. Jamaica. Okay. All right. You in Jamaica right now. Okay. Okay. ZK Family TV. Ghanaian watching live in Italy. Wow. Okay. Italy. When I come over there to Italy, ZK family, please send me an email, goblacktoafrica@gmail.com. My mission now, I don't know if y'all been watching or not, but my mission now is really unfolding, uncovering the lies that have been told, and for us to really get the information that is needed. I'm taking my dollar, traveling around to show our people where we are placed in history that has been left out in a lot of the Western worlds that don't want to tell you this. And the only way I can do it is if I connect with the people, or I go and to the locals that are in that area, and I only operate where it is that I see that is important for us. Nigeria, I'm about to go to. I'm about to go to Nigeria because I want to hook up with the Igbo people, um, and they definitely have their history of being the chosen children of Israel who've migrated over and wound up over in what they call the region of Nigeria. And I want to go ahead and interview them because they are deep into proving. I'm gonna do a video of this European came in, or they call himself Jewish. I mean, he's Jewish. So when you wish you're a Jew, you're Jewish. So they think that they're the only ones or whatever, and they exclude everybody else. They think that they can go ahead and pick and choose who's really or what is, and it really upsets me. It upsets me because we think that we got to go to them for approval when they should be coming to us for approval. And the thing about it is, a lot of them, they will tell you, y'all are the one connected through the lineage, where they're connected through the religion of Judaism, or the belief in the Torah, or the Tanakh, or the, whatever names that you want to give. This is how their connection is. We are through the line. And so, let me go ahead, because I got a treat for y'all. I'm going to go ahead and do a video. Y'all going to be able to watch the video. Good morning to each and every one of you all. Sit back, chew on your food, or drink your drink, and enjoy this video that I have. It's going to be about this video here is about 8 minutes or so, but this is my brother, my dear brother, my elder, my scholar, my teacher, Sar Eliakim, who is, let me put his information up right here. He is a brother that is with the Hebrew Israelite community in Israel, Dimona, Israel to be exact, and is a prolific scholar and a prolific representative in Israel for the community, people who left in 1967 and wound up in Israel in 69. That I think he came 10 years after that. Got there in the 70s to join the community. But they all speak fluent Hebrew, from the children all up, that has grown up and have, built from 108 people to up to about 3,000 people leaving America. So while I was in Israel, Brother Eliakim took me and took a few of us to Jerusalem. And I was thankful I was able to get into Jerusalem because there was protests going on the day prior to, which was Jerusalem Day, which was on a Sunday. And we were able to get there and see a couple things there in Jerusalem that he was pointing out, some things that I want you all to lend your ear to. You got to get this. You got to get this so that you can understand. For those who have opposed, the ancient writings, the scrolls, the scriptures. I don't like to say Bible, but those who are Christian are only learning religion. They are not being taught that it is you who are the people that is in this writings. We're reading it on as a sense of God had connection with everybody else except for us. And this is a shame. This is a shame that we are excluded out of a story, a history, ours, and we look upon it that we were just Gentiles. Woe to the one better wake up and open your ears. No, see, once you understand that you are the chosen ones, your whole demographic, your whole mindset, your whole spirit will show you the power that you have. And our brother Eliakim is about to show you that you can get a person, not get a person, but by the spirit of the Most High, Yah, who can exude itself out of you, that rings in another man's spirit to show you who you are, will go in his pocket as a means of reparations to pay, because you know who you are, and he is amazed at the fact that this brother done told me who he is, and I captured it. So let's get into this video right here, family. And let me share my screen. Okay. Let me do this right here. I'm gonna share the whole screen here so y'all can kind of see. Let me turn on mine. Go to my channel so I can make sure everything is up and running. But y'all gotta get this, fam. You got to get this. If you don't get it, you'll never get it. So let me go right here. Start right there. These
we're
right
visiting
here,
what's called
the
negative.
This right here is okay. Our brother who's going to be giving. Oh, hold up. No, this ain't it. I'm sorry. I'm on the wrong one. Okay, there we go. I'm about to give y'all the wrong video. That's my second video after this video. All right. So let's go ahead and start in this right here. But pay close attention. We are in Jerusalem. At the place called the Wailing Wall that many of y'all are very familiar with. But take a listen to this. I captured this, what was happening, and I'll be back.
Because on Friday, when the mosque said Allah, on the Shabbat, he's in a great Knesset saying Hashem, and on Sunday, he's facing the cross saying Jesus. There's no way somebody could have been named Jesus 2,000 years ago, because the J was not introduced into the English language until the 13th century. There was no Jerusalem, it was Jerusalem. There was no Jericho, it was Jericho. You gotta get true. Okay, so what I'm saying is what's gonna unite us is truth. What are you? I am a Hebrew. Abraham was not a Christian, he was not a Roman, he was not a Jew. The first Jew was Jew. That's what I'm talking about. I belong to the Hebrew Israelite community of Jerusalem. Wait a minute, let me give you something so that you can keep in contact. We got to keep in contact with one another. Because, see, we need a new idea. We need a new language. We need a new lifestyle in order to replace what is being destroyed in front of our eyes. It's called the Hebrew Israelite community of Jerusalem. But we have a few families in Jerusalem, but basically we live in Dimona, Lisbon, Ramon, Arad, and Tiberias. Okay, this is my card. Let's stay in contact.
So if you want to make a small donation, how do you make it?
You can go here. No, go to Kingdom of Yah. Kingdom of Yah.
Write it down.
Okay. Can you write that down?
Now let me pause real quick, family. because I know there's those coming in, and I want to pause real quick because that's important. So what I did was I wound up coming from around the corner and I caught and captured what was being said. So I got the tail end of what he's saying, but he's going to continue and explain what happened when I wasn't there, when I was right up from where he was, and I started to walk in onto it. But here it is, this Jewish guy is sitting here saying that he's very interested in the maze. When the woman asks, well, what is the truth? That he's a Hebrew. Who are you? I'm a Hebrew Israelite. He's got to teach that truth because they're amazed. This. Some of them don't know, and some of them already know. So this is what he's saying. But listen, did you hear what the Jewish man said? How do you make a small donation? Let's go to the video.
I got it. Oh, here's Dave. You have that? Yeah.
When you speak the truth, people want to give. They want to donate. This is the truth.
You Aguda Shitufi.
You after the U is what?
Yeah.
PI. No wait.
Shitufi. K.
F.
F-E-E. Okay, good. Kefar HaShalom. Kefar HaShalom. Okay? And then you have to sign it on the back?
It's not just on the back. So you signed it, right?
Okay.
You have
Yes.
your back page.
Okay.
How about this? I'll give you a better idea. You have your cell phone on your shirt?
$3,600.
Give me a number. No, give me
Give that to her.
If you have an issue, you can
call me or text me.
Oh, good. To understand the power that we possess, man. You have to act like you got power. Now here's a man don't know me from nowhere, but because of how I dress, he wants to know where you from. You witness him. Now you know what he just donated? 3,600 shekels. Wait a minute. That's 3,600 shekels or is that $3,600? Look at that again. Come on, secretary. Look at that.
Okay, no problem. I can do that.
Well, I got the number as a backup just in case. What is that? That's $3,600.
$3,600.
Look, let me tell you something. Now you talk about ego. I keep telling you this is Yago. Wherever I go, that's where y'all gonna be. Well, that's why I'm with you, right? That means that I don't even know the man. And the man that came and donated $3,600.
But he knew your spirit, and he knew the truth when he.
How did he engage you? How did it all begin?
It all began by asking me where am I from? Who do I represent?
Okay.
And I'm telling saints all over the world, if we stand up and do what God has given us to do, everything that we need is coming to us. I told you that the most important resource is people. All we got to do is get the people, and we will have everything that they own. I don't want nothing that they own. But in order to do the work I can't worry about how I'm going to pay an electric bill or rent. I can't worry about that. And I'm telling you, God is taking it off for me because he knows what I'm ready to do now. That's everything and anything at the same time.
Hallelujah.
Where we going, teacher?
When you teach a people the truth, those will listen. When you bring the truth, those who have an ear will hear. This is evident of who are those Hebrew Israelites who are the truth. This is your man, not your boy. Go black too. Go black to Africa.
All right. You know, when it's hard to explain. I am so thankful, first and foremost, to the Most High, because I was a jellyback, limp wrist, fragile male who didn't even know who he was. I thought I was a man. I thought I was. I mean, hey, I got kids to show it, and I got a resume of being with the females, but I wasn't no man. I was just a male existing that didn't even know who he was until the day came that I did. Is when y'all, some of y'all who've been following me, y'all been seeing what I've been doing. Y'all seen my growth. You seen the things I've been able to achieve and accomplish, only because of the power that is within me, coming from the Most High. That's it. And what you now just saw, what a brother is sharing the truth with some people, that it intrigues people, that when they see a black man who is confident and knows who he is, they want to know some more. Now, I know I had, some people, say, we got to be careful of those people because, sometimes look, let me share something with you all about the community there. People around the world comes to the community because they give tours. People are shocked. When I was there every day, groups and groups of people come to their community for tours because they're blown away that a Hebrew Israelite community that is living the life of what Yah will say, that this is what you will be able to prosper following some of these principles of life. You'll flourish. Because we know that even in Israel, right now, today, is the Gay Pride Parade. Right now, today. This their biggest celebration of one of their biggest celebrations is the Gay Pride Parade, and they said it is a huge one out of many countries in Israel. Now, how are you supposed to be the so-called chosen, and y'all the ones who's up here carrying on, shashing around, and approve and allow such actions that's supposed to be the Holy Land, and you allow such things like that to happen, and you claim that this is the land of the holies that was given to you by the Most High? See, people can put on outfits and people can grow beards. People can recite scripture. People can sit here and try to look and portray being having the image and try to walk the walk, but they inwardly they're fake. But our brother Sar Eliakim depicted and showed, hey, this is what we as a people can do when we step into the power of the Most High, and that we can achieve any and everything. I'm going to tell y'all this right here. I used to be one who chased money. It is amazing that money chases me. And how much money I have turned down. People want to interview me. People want me to promote their products. People want me to tie in with them on projects that they got going. And I'm talking about people want to pay me. I can't be bought, and there's things that I'm not going to stand for, or if I don't agree with, I'm not going to just take money. But see, this is what happened. When that scripture says, you give, and it shall be given to you, same measure, pressed down, shaken together, men shall give into your bosom. When the key, when you give, it's going to come back to you. It's going to come back tenfold, 50-fold, 100-fold. It's going to come back to you. But the amazing thing is that what our brother was trying to share with us is that when you follow in the Most High and you're doing the right thing, living the life on the right side of life, not cutting corners, not just, every now and then you trying to do right, because do right is a conscious state of mind. Because now when you understand that you are God in the flesh, to bring forth action on this earth, that's a sense of pride. And for that sense, I'm saying a sense of responsibility that you take. There ain't no way you want to mess up. People keep asking me, men keep asking, hey, brother, man, you married, man. You're not being tempted by these women. You're not trying to get with these women. Are you really being faithful? People cannot really get it when I tell them, when I'm walking in the image, why would I want to stoop to a level that ain't me? I can conquer this flesh in certain aspects, especially when it comes to the lowest level of life is sex. But it's the highest point of life because it's creating. I'm talking about the fulfillment is the lowest part of life is your fleshly. It's the lowest you could ever be. And the thing about it is people won't even rise up to the next occasion to get out of that lower chakra, as some people call it, in order to get to the next level of a consciousness. Let me play this next video right here. We are still in Jerusalem. That our brother is giving us some history of what is. So let me go ahead and share my screen. Let me go back up and hold up. Yeah, y'all can go ahead and watch when I change this out. Let's see here. Let's continue on with this right here.
Okay. We are standing at the Kotel Amaravi, which is the western wall of the Wailing Wall. They called this the Wailing Wall because during the days of King Herod, there was a decree that went out to kill all of the Hebrew firstborn. Okay, and because during that time the Hebrew children were slaughtered, the Hebrew mothers would come to this wall, which was not a wall at the time, but it was the western wall of the temple that was destroyed in 70 AD. All right, this is before the temple was destroyed. This is the only relic that they say is left, the western wall of the temple that King Solomon built. Now, what we must understand about this wall, you can't think this is the original wall that was standing during the days of the temple. You see those smaller stones at the top? Anytime you see smaller stones, that was done by other civilizations after, because the original size of these stones, if you look at the bottom of the wall, the larger the stones are, the more ancient the archaeology is. Okay, the larger the stones, the more ancient the archaeology is.
The man in the background's being nosy.
This is the holiest place for our Jewish brothers and sisters. This is the holiest place that a Jew could come from the diaspora and pray at this wall. Because prior to 1967, they did not have access to this wall. In 1967, when Israel won the Six-Day War, this allowed Jews before 2,000 years ago to have free access to this wall. And then what is not known about this quarter was known as the African quarter. You know, like you got a Christian quarter, Armenian quarter, this was the African quarter. So the African people that used to live in this courtway were all removed. Did you hear what I said?
Let me pause right there real quick, because I know some are going to miss what was said. That was known as the African Quarter. That's in Jerusalem, right there in the holy hills of where everybody around the world goes to. Now, I want to make sure I got this signal, because this needs to be heard. Hold 1 second. Let me switch this over. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Okay. Can y'all hear me? I want to make sure that y'all can hear me. I'm going to change this up again. All right. Hold 1 second. Let me get my Wi-Fi. Okay, so the video, we're going to continue on with the video here in a second, but I had to pause because you can't miss this. First and foremost, when you are in an atmosphere like that, speaking to a group, you notice the white guy that walked over first to the left and he came back and sat right there behind him, came over and stood behind him. When you are doing such things like this, speaking to a people, because the history must be told, there are those who will come in and try to listen. But our elders are wise enough to only lay out, like he said, the Jews. Now, if you don't know that you are, he's not going to point out and say, well, you being no, he is going to say, well, the Jews who were here at this point, what have you. And he's going on with the story that you're going to have to understand your mind. Anytime we hear Jew, we go switch over to where a place that is in Israel of a people who say they are such. So he's speaking as though that you already know, because not many people can handle the truth. But he make mention that the African quarter was there. Y'all look up the old video, the old pictures of the Wailing Wall, how it was. It was a neighborhood with houses there. Not just, he explaining the year. It was just after, the 1948, when all that changed. And so he's making this case where what you see is what we've been seeing everywhere we've lived is gentrification. You hear all the people there cheering and yelling and, they go here. This is their holy place. Gentrification. This is why my next video that I'll be doing here at 12:30, you're going to see a brother talk about this whole thing about the people and who the people are and all this right here. With my next video, but my previous videos, please go back and watch it, because this is building upon block upon block upon block to put the pieces together. I can't just do a 5-hour video because y'all have attention spans of 5 minutes, according to the analytical data that they show me on my videos. And this right here is too long because I'm 34 minutes in. But anyway, let's continue. Let's continue on with the video.
This is the original. Let me go back. Like you got a Christian quarter, a Armenian quarter, this was the African quarter. So the African people that used to live in this courtway were all removed. Did you hear what I said? This is the original face of the Holy Land. Okay. Someone that have always been present in Northeast Africa. All right? Why is she here? How did she get here? You have to come and visit her. And you have to come and ask her questions. And you have to familiarize yourself with your people that's in the Holy Land. Thank you. My brother is saying, what year? I would say that when the State of Israel was established in 1948, this is when they began to have the sovereign rights to make those type of decisions to remove populations from one area in the land to another. Okay, so this became what? A portion of the Jewish quarter, because
let me pause this right here. I'm gonna show you this picture. If you look at this picture here, you see Africa. Now, Northeast Africa, you see that up here in this area, if you can see my mouse, you can see that they're in Israel. This right here is the black community right here in this area right here. This is the black community still right there, right across from where that the wall is in that area. You see how they see Africa. Africa with the connection of Israel still part of it. The world has disconnected Africa from Israel on their pictures when they show Africa. So you got to understand that the local black people there, the Israelites, the Hebrew Israelites, the Jews, they have the connection of Israel still tied in on to Africa. That is important for you to know. This is how they see the motherland.
Portion of the Jewish quarter, because this is iconizing, and it is putting an indelible memory in the minds of the people that the Jews have had a connection here for over 2,000 years, because this is where the temple was established by Solomon. Now, what we must understand that beyond that wall, we have Mount Moriah. Now, do you know what Mount Moriah means? Mount Moriah means Yah is my teacher. Yah is my teacher, which meaning that if Yah is your teacher, you have to get the true facts about what has developed the different geopolitical and geo-religious interests in this particular time. You can't understand what has happened in today's reality, understanding that you have to understand the historical elements that took place. So when we go on top, beyond this wall, we go to Mount Moriah. Mount Moriah is where the Muslims say Prophet Muhammad came here and he ascended on a white steed. They also believe that where the temple used to stand is the source of the 4 rivers. Move out the way, Sean. Don't stand there, because you're going to be moved every time somebody open that door. Okay, no problem. Oh. What we must understand is that they believe that the 4 rivers of the Garden of Eden flowed from this area. Okay, and there was 4 rivers in the Garden of Eden. It was the Gihon, the Pishon, the Euphrates, and what? The Tigris. Right. All right, and we know by studying ancient history that between 2 rivers, there was always a civilization thriving. Why? Because that civilization used the waterways as commercial routes, for trading routes. All right, and then you can get from one land to another by what? By ship, because they didn't have planes in those days. And if you didn't go by caravan, you didn't get too many places when you were in Northeast Africa. Okay, so what we're saying is this. Mount Moriah is the 3rd holiest shrine in the Islamic belief. All right, and so the 3rd holiest shrine in the Islamic belief, and the 1st shrine for the Judaic belief. And the Christians also embrace this area. Why? Because this is where they said Abraham was going to sacrifice who? Isaac. Okay, Abraham was going to sacrifice Isaac, but you remember the story. He was stopped from sacrificing his son because the Creator was testing Abraham's commitment to his instructions. All right? Here's a son that you've been promising a legacy. Here's a son that you promised a legacy, and now the Creator said, kill him. Now you know that day that Abraham left the house, he did not tell Sarah where he was going. Talk to me, King James. He couldn't have done that.
Kept asking where's sacrifice.
Right. His son kept asking where's the sacrifice. And I don't know how that conversation came about. I'm not going to even try to imagine it. But son,
You said the Lord will provide.
the Lord will provide. Did he say that? So what we saying, we see this is how Abraham became the friend of the Creator, because a friend of the Creator, a friend you have to be able to trust. So that was a test for Abraham to determine how much the Creator could trust him to follow his instructions. So today we see a side for the male and a side for the women, because according to Jewish tradition, men and women cannot pray together in the same area. So today they have one side for men and side for women. Some Jews feel that you cannot turn your back to that wall until you go 20 steps back. Then you can turn your back. The 10 Commandments. Thou shalt have no other God before me. I am the God that delivered you from the bondage of Egypt, and you shall not make any graven image. That's in the heavens, that's below the heavens, that's on the earth. For I am El Kanah. I'm a jealous God. So we're not denigrating nobody's belief. But as Hebrews, we are not going to bow to a wall that was built by men. The true temple is the soul temple. My body is a temple. And what is supposed to dwell in this temple is the spirit of truth, which is what? The Holy Spirit. I'm not making the Holy Spirit something hocus pocus, hocus pocus and something mystic. When we talk about the Holy Spirit, we're talking about the spirit of truth. And if you don't have the spirit of truth in this temple, you can't understand a true sacrifice. Because a true sacrifice is that you sacrifice your ignorant habits in order to be what? To demonstrate your what? Your commitment and your dedication. It ain't about what's coming out your mouth. It's about how you think and how you talk and how you live and how you eat. Your whole lifestyle is worship. There's no such a thing as a day of worship. It is 6 days thou shalt worship. Because remember, I shared with you when I did the African Indigenous Heritage Museum. When it says Sheikh Shabim Tabo, that means that your work is your worship. You cannot differentiate and separate what you do every day to worship. Your culture is your worship. So I know what you're worshiping by just looking at what you're eating, how you develop relationships with your wife, with your children, with your friends, even with your enemies. Because if we're supposed to be a light unto the nations, surely we have to welcome everybody into our environment and pray that we can influence them to try some of the things that we have learned.
Think about it, 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 think about it.
All righty. So, family, that right there was my trip to Jerusalem, one part of the trip to Jerusalem. And it was beautiful to see that we are there. There are people, we live there in Jerusalem, and they got stories to tell you that they have been there for thousands of years. But gentrification happened. Deportation. And as the world wanted to usher in people from around the globe into Israel, guess who got pushed out? We know that a lot of us know that by where the countries we live in, we see that every day. That what used to be the neighborhoods that we used to grow up in and play ain't no longer that way. And so showing this and depicting and showing locals in the local areas and showing you the plaque of the African community, and this actually used to be there. But now when people coming in and they seeing other people that don't look like us, they think it's been that way for all this time. Israel's only was Israel, the what we know as the country, was only birthed in 1948. And listen to say this right here to clear people up. Israel is a person, not a land. It was the land of Israel, not Israel the land. Israel's a people. So when we are doing, we got to be very careful on who our teachers are and whose books we read. But you got a lot of Europeans, you got a lot of people from different countries who acknowledge that, yes, these black folks have been here for the longest, and these are the people who has the history and the stories to tell. But you will not see mainstream come and interview these people, and they will not show that there was an existence of the communities that is still there in these small pockets around the region there of Northeast Africa. Like I just showed y'all the pictures of. This is how they see Africa, with Israel connected to the motherland, not cut off because of this new African thing. I hope that this right here has just given you just a little bit more information to support maybe what you've been hearing, support your belief in what you may, or you're knowing that you know, in order to make things more clearer. I'm on a journey, y'all, and I'm glad that y'all are on a journey with me, because I'm tired of listening to these jokers out here on platforms. They don't go nowhere. They don't research nothing out. They don't try to check what they believed all these years, if it's true or if it's not. They ain't trying to go interview people. Why? It takes time and money. And people too lazy for that. And people too cheap for that. But I'm so thankful that the Most High has given me the ability, the strength, the endurance, the finance to continue on the journey to show you all the truth. With that, family, I'm going to be starting this next video here in 5 minutes. And this is going to be more concrete. Me over in the Dimona, in the Bathsheba, I think it's Bathsheba area, listening to another brother from the Hebrew Israelite community. It's been there for 40 plus years there in Israel, who is going to lay out this demographics of what is that you just don't hear. And then one who is indigenous to the land as well, the Shaikh Aid, who's going to be answering some questions and to show you how things was and is, which is about 15 minutes. That video is going to be that video is going to be 30 minutes, but in and out. So I'll be back, family. Thank you for chiming in. Get your juice ready and your food. Sit down. Have your kids in front of the videos and start to pour into your children's spirit so they understand that, wow, we are the ones. For those who are in Christianity, bring your elevation of consciousness take your consciousness and elevate it to a place beyond in which your ignorance of your pastors, bishops, and your deacons, your ministers, who are ignorant, who are only following the format of what they were taught by a Western college, seminaries, that will never tell you the truth. Thank you, Candy B, for your heart of giving. We got to be able to pour into our children. Why? That's why our youth are killing each other. They look at themselves as nobody. They look at themselves as nothing. with no connection to nothing. They got no daddies at homes, some they ain't got no mamas at homes, and they ain't got no almighty in their life. I see why we are reckless. But when you understand the history and who you are, the apple in the eye of the Most High, the precious one, the chosen one, then you begin to rise up with your chin up, with your shoulders back, and you walk with dignity, knowing that you have the God in you to go out here and create anything that is within the alignment of the Most High. This is your man, not your boy. I'll be back in 5 minutes with this next video. I got to get these videos out. Go black to Africa. And I'm going to break that go black to Africa down in the next video. Peace, family. I'll be back in 4 minutes.